All right, there we go. We are live now. And so, well, first we must begin the weekly ritual. Down with China, up with Taiwan, glory.
Taiwan investment.
Also, apparently somebody fucked up and recognized Taiwan as an actual nation when they were
It's a
making it.
good thing.
Oh, I know. It's just it's not good for anyone who wants to work with China, which is fine by me. I will gladly let them insult the Chinese people, or not the Chinese people, but the Chinese government for as long as they want. It will be glorious. Glorious. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, welcome back everyone to Savage Company. This strange game that I'm still not entirely sure why people let me run, because God knows it's going to end horribly at some point or another. But here we are. When the last we left off, Dr. Ted McCoy, PhD, had recently sent off his dissertation on a strange new species, discovered or rediscovered. Who can say? Regardless, you you all went looking for a new job and found one in an unlikely source. A representative of the Republic of Bramos, which is right here, has been looking to hire mercenaries, marauders, various other ne'er-do-wells, and guns for hire, and you were willing to serve for the right price. However, he thought you needed a ship and a crew, seeing as how, no offense to any of you, but four guys
Gabe,
really
you're too
can't.
quiet.
Am I too quiet?
Yeah.
Uh, let me go into voice and audio. I've got max output on everything.
That's not enough output.
Make yourself the output.
Hold on. Let me show this. Is that better?
A little bit.
Better?
A little bit.
More. More.
Basically, that's what I'm doing. I think that's about as high as it goes anyway.
Well, it's legible, I guess.
Do you want me to switch to the old microphone?
Not really.
Well, then this is what we'll have to deal with.
Fix it in post. Wait a minute. It's a live stream.
God damn it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. But sir, it's not working right. Oh, shit. Okay.
What's the matter?
Anyway, back to the recap. You had all been, you had decided to go to see about getting stealing an airship from the Confederation of Nalum, who is currently at war with Kathos, Bramos, and Hatford. The good captain did give you the heading you should take, and he even offered you a little assistance by sending you to a goblin friend of his. Of course, when you arrived, the goblin, who appears to be some kind of big shot down in Anchor Point, said he wants a truckload of guns. Thankfully, he gave you the coordinates of a very juicy load of guns from one Enrico Valdez, a swarthy, jumped, prickish son of a whore, who none of you really took to a liking to at all when you met him at the tavern, and have decided to have a little fun. He's given you the. He happened to put the idea out that he's got some guns that he wants for the community, and he said that if you just so happen to go about defacing everything in his base, he might be willing to help you out.
Sweet. Okay, Snake. This is a sneaky mission.
Yeah, a sneak. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
and other lies we tell ourselves.
With a gigantic lobster and a skeleton in tow. Alright.
Hey, I can be sneaky.
The Russian stealth doesn't count.
If I stand ever so still, you can't see that I'm moving.
uh,
Crunch.
Crunch.
All right.
Oh dear
Um.
God, this is going
So,
to end well.
so we know where this guy's place at, right?
Yeah, he's about half a mile out of Anger Point. He's got his own little area that he set up because because he didn't want to wrangle with commoners.
Huh. Okay. It's only half a mile. We can walk that. Is there like any sort of overlooks or anything like looking down into the place?
Oh yeah,
or...
the whole area is basically a bunch of hills and small bluffs that you can use to that you can crawl on to get a good look.
lit. Well, boys, what do you think? Go take a look at the place.
Sure, why not?
Go steal some bikes.
No.
Come on.
We gotta
Sorry.
steal the small stuff to enable us to steal the big stuff.
Come
Mhm.
on, we already know this group is not going to be high on the moral compass.
Look.
What's a compass?
Exactly.
Fair enough.
If it's only like a mile, like half a mile out of town, or a mile.
About a half mile, maybe maybe a little more, but not much.
Guys, we'll walk it at least
We can walk.
5
Damn, I'm starting to bring in the logistical problem of now you have to get a truck and these bikes back. How would you do it?
Oh no, I saw that trap a mile away.
It's not really a trap when you see it.
You've activated my trap card.
Sure.
Someone will pay for this. Someone will pay.
Gaiba!
Very well. It is about mid-afternoon right now. Do you want to leave now, or do you want to wait, or...
Well, all of us have dark vision. Oh no, King Lycos doesn't have dark
Nope,
vision.
Lobtrust can't see.
It was
However,
it was determined that you can't just wear a fishbowl on your head full of water, unfortunately.
boo.
They were not the creators. That was word of God from the creators. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I brought it up. I brought it up almost immediately to them, and they were like, "Nope, Lobstrauss can't do that." I'm like, "Ah, that's
The thing is, the
depressing."
creators have to make an official comment on our stupid ass game.
Well, if they
We
We're
already
moving
tweeted.
up, boy.
could,
TwitchCon, here we
party-
come.
I mean, like any party with a magic user has the ability to
Create
control
water.
water.
Yeah,
And then secondarily, it's not hard to get a glass bowl.
or just
So
have a cast control water and have it form a sphere around his head. You don't even need
Yeah.
the glass bowl.
it's not like the sea elves where it's like you just got to be wet multiple times a day.
Wet.
And you know what? I consider
think-
that a mark of pride when the actual creators have to weigh in on a ruling. I consider that a success on our end.
Oh, same. Like I said, we made it big, boys. We're going places. I suggest. Now, here we are. We go back. You guys meditate, I sleep, and then we hit them like at sunrise.
Or like show up there like 3 o'clock in the morning and just like look at the place first before we are like, okay, let's bring
Yeah,
pain.
basically, like we do this like in the morning. Because who's expecting an attack in the fucking middle of the morning or early in the morning?
Just
Exactly,
about
late at
anyone
night.
with a brain would.
But it's this guy, and he doesn't seem very.
This is also true.
He doesn't seem to be the smartest cookie in who's tool dressed.
Well,
You're mixing your analogies there, and I don't like
Nope.
it.
No, I did that
Nope.
on purpose. That's how stupid he is. He's not the brightest cookie in the tool chest.
Very well.
Welcome to Minecraft.
Very well. So, so you're heading out now to go scope out the place and then decide on what you're gonna do, or?
You guys can scope out. I'll go rest, and then
I mean,
go lunch or something like that.
he's got to
Well, it's
sleep.
worse-
Homework.
Yeah, it's more so. It's like I'm happy to attack at night, but I have to sleep. Okay, I'm sorry I can't be perfect like both of you and not have to sleep and get seen in the dark and everything.
You could become a You could become a lobstros skeletal.
I have to see and I have to sleep, but I don't have to sleep much.
Quick, Ned, or
It's dead.
Ted, Ted. Sorry, I don't know why I got you confused. You look like a friend of mine named Ned.
Okay, we're putting too much in the metagaming now.
Okay.
Well, that's a fun.
What do
uh,
y'all? So what's up? What's up?
I think we go. You guys go scope it out. I will sleep. Come back. Let Erden do his whatever the hell his weird shit is, and then we go like at like 3 a.m. or something like that.
That'll work. So that is the plan. We'll go out and scope the place out for a couple hours.
Very well. The rolling hills of the Freeland stretch out before you as you begin your march. The sun is slowly beginning to crest into the sky. It goes from mid-afternoon to about early evening by the time you finally make your way to where the camp is supposed to be. And good lord, this is not a camp, this is a military fortress. All along for about a couple of acres, trenches have been dug, barbed wire has been strung, and there have been very hastily erected watchtowers.
Oh dear.
And inside, you see tethered to the ground is a fairly large airship with various trucks and armored vehicles around it. Inside this perimeter are mostly green canvas tents, although there is a grand pavilion that is just garishly colored. Pink and purple and gold and silver. It is actually kind of painful to look at.
He's one of those guys.
If you think, to put this into perspective, if Slanesh were to look at this, even he would be like, okay, it's a little too much. Tone it down, tone it down. Like,
Okay.
it's bad. It is very bad.
I'm just gonna look over at Erden. Well, this is a pickle.
Do you think they'll let us in the front door?
Not a chance in hell.
I think I'm going to let myself in the front door. You have
Oh. We gotta wait. We gotta wait for our lobster friend.
I'm not going to start anything yet. I'm just going to evaluate the internals.
With Erden, that's not much of a guarantee.
No. Ted has already figured this out. You know, you could, or we could just sit here for like an hour or two, watch the place first. Then we'll go take a look on the inside with our strong lobster friend.
Fine.
Strength in numbers. Strength in numbers.
Remember the buddy system, Hex?
We'll just spend the next few hours just like scoping the place out and try to watch what they do and like see if there's like guard patrols or if anybody's just screwing around or
Looks like most of the guards are just kind of lazing about, trying to keep themselves cool from the sun. Most of them don't even have their equipment on. They're just kind of standing there in their undershirts, looking bored out of their skulls. There's nobody patrolling the perimeter. Looks like there's only one way in, air quotes, from the small road that's being constructed. It's almost, the sun has just begun setting when you see a massive group of trucks and jeeps and buggies and various other vehicles come rolling in from where anchor point is. And in this actually kind of good-looking staff car is the good Emilio. He stands to his height, fluffs out his jacket, and begin shouting orders to everybody, and they begin moving about. Most of the guards are hastily pulling on their jackets to make themselves look more impressive. Most of the convoys begins pulling in, and they start unloading crates and more crates and heavy machine guns. Seems that whatever is going on, it's going to be big.
Hey, look, our loot. How nice of them to unload it from the truck for us.
Probably just wait till this group leaves, and then we'll have pretty decent clear shot, I think.
Yeah, like I think our boy is probably hopefully rested up enough.
Sure.
Like how
Sure, ready.
how I guess Gams, how long has it been since
Oh,
we
it's been about 8 hours almost.
Okay.
So by the time you get back to Anchor
Well-
Point, he should be fully rested.
Well, Ted's gonna look over at Erden. Can I leave you here unsupervised while I go get our friend? You have to promise.
Fine. I won't break into the area. I won't enter the area. I won't interact with the area. I'm not a child, you know.
This is a team effort. Remember this.
Go team.
I'm gonna go back to town and go pick up Kid Lycos.
All right, Erden, what are you breaking?
Nothing. Erden's going to use this time to trance a bit.
Ooh.
Well,
He's
we're
not
actually
going
doing
to be
good
a
stuff.
yeah, he's not gonna do anything crazy. You disappoint me, Hex.
Crazy
Wow.
yet.
Progress.
He's not gonna do anything
What do you
crazy.
think?
Oh no.
You disappoint me, Hex. That's all I can say. You disappoint me. Very well.
Erden has in fact already figured out exactly how he is going to commence the sabotage.
I don't like the way you say that. At all. At all. Well then. Alright. You go back to town, grab Kid Lycos, who is currently doing something or other, I'm sure.
Eating, getting ready to fight. Can't go to battle on an empty stomach.
Ted will grab a coffee and wait for him to get done and be like, "Come on, we got cool things to go do."
We get to go blow shit up.
Well, I'm not gonna announce that in the room. That is the plan.
Considering Anchor Point is basically Moss Isley, you probably couldn't. You couldn't probably get away with it. For the most part.
And
I wonder if they have any power converters here. Need some.
No, they're at Tashi Station down the road.
Damn it. Hey, can we start with Tashi Station real quick?
One day I will not humor you. One day.
It's fine. Oh,
That
I'm
day is
waiting
not
for
today. That day is not today.
it. I was gonna.
Wait. We have well, thank you for the support, Goon Squad. I don't understand where that meme comes from, but I appreciate it.
It's an organization based out of Something Awful forums.
oh no, Goon Squad is that's someone I know from another server from Goon Squad Gaming.
Oh, that's-
Minky. Yeah. That's somebody I post our link in various servers to see if anybody will actually come in here and watch us play.
Why would you do such a thing?
I am
Because I find it fun.
he likes knowing that now I have an audience that I actually have to do shit.
Mhm.
He takes pride in making me sweat a little,
Yes, just a little. Just a little.
and I take pride in murdering people. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
Just
in the Minecraft server, don't worry.
So I brought Kid Lycos back. We're overlooking this place. Has anything changed since Erden was like vibing out in the mountains?
Oh, I don't want to make a joke on that, but I'm not going to. It seems like the good Captain Emilio has decided to stay here for some time. probably and it seems like he's organizing everything. He's got men running around doing drills, or at least what he thinks are drills, because it's very sloppy. He's got the trucks and tanks being looked at. They've unloaded most of the crates from the trucks, and they've kind of left it there. And all of the only guys on duty right now are 5 nerds with rifles who seem very bored. They also have no spotlights, so all they have are some like some kerosene lanterns near the sandbags up front.
Is the area itself illuminated? Sorry if you said that and I missed it.
No, the only thing that's illuminating it is like I said, a couple of kerosene lanterns strung out along the wire.
Oh,
And
fun.
even then, there aren't too many of them.
I'm gonna grab Ted. I can't see anything.
Oh,
Don't
don't
worry.
worry, my friend. I have a solution to that. Now,
Oh, okay. Starts loading up shotguns.
who here has who here would like to wait for Emilio to leave? Any takers?
I go either way.
It might be easier, but at the same time, they might like load up all the loot and leave.
All right. Okay.
I'm at your guys' mercy.
So we're not okay. Wow. All
Did
right.
we just break Erden's mind or something?
Apparently.
A little bit.
What, did you want to go in there all guns blazing while this dude's still here?
Not terribly. I
So-
mean, I can do it if you guys want, but
No. Let's just wait and see what happens. My only deal is I'm hoping they don't like pack up all the guns and leave, because we kind of need to get those.
Alright. You sit and watch as the night continues on, and eventually more guards come out and change each other's shifts. Eventually, it starts turning into daylight, and a tune is ringing out through the camp as the men begin assembling in formation and continuing on with their drills. And that seems to be how it goes the whole day. Just drills, running, target practice occasionally, occasional heavy weapons training on the machine guns or mortar crews. They don't have any ammunition for the mortars, so they just kind of mock using them.
Okay. Fuck it. I say we go. Like, is there any gaps that we can see in the fencing, or a spot where they seem to
It's literally just barbed wire around the camp.
Oh, okay.
It's just barbed wire with like a couple of sandbag posts near sandbags piled up for in case they get attacked.
Okay. I guess my question is there a spot along their little quote-unquote patrol route? No, they're not even patrolling, are they?
Nope, they just have a bunch of guys standing out in front gates to let people know, hey, the truck's coming in, truck's leaving, etc., etc.
Okay, it's a little back portion where like there's not a whole lot of activity going on.
Yeah.
Like there's always one of those spots.
Do you have a spyglass?
Of course not. Never.
if I was level 17, I could fabricate a spyglass.
Kid Lycos, do you have some binoculars?
Nope.
Wow, I forgot. We went on an observation mission. We did bring binoculars.
You, Kid Lycos just points at Ted. Okay. McCoy just points at McCoy. You were on a reconnaissance mission.
I'm here to kill.
I am here to listen to reconnaissance and help you out how I can.
Damn it, man! I'm a doctor, not a recon specialist. I'm gonna sneak one in every game.
It's
If I
perfectly
can
fine.
get away with it.
That is perfectly fine. So
Uh,
yes, you can see seems to be very little activity near the back of this makeshift FOB. It appears to be that's where the motor pool is, because you see tanks you see the occasional saver tank or walker come out after they do their maintenance on them. You occasionally see guys with like welders and grinders come out and start cutting away and welding on and off stuff.
um, I got one last question.
What?
Is there any like skeletals like myself floating around there, or is this like all humans down there?
It appears to be a healthy mix of humans, skeletals, orcs, and very many goblins.
Sweet. We could possibly sneak in. I will point this out to Erdin and get his opinion.
Oh. You might actually be able to get. Nah, it's probably unlikely. All right.
If you point me in a direction, I can just fire shells in a direction. Create a distraction.
Mm, I'd rather like get inside one of these tanks and like start firing off cannons and shit. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I basically grab you on. Oh, sorry.
What material is the airship filled with for its lift?
It is a combination of various alchemical mixes that are then what's the word I'm looking for? Magically charged. There it is. That provide lift. It is not explosive. That's what you're asking.
I was asking that. You are correct. And it is fairly unfortunate.
I apologize there, buddy.
That's fine. I'm sure there'll be an ammo depot somewhere that we can do the same thing with.
Oh, you can see the guys going in getting ammo for the machine guns or their rifles. It's pretty blatant about where it is because there's a bunch of ammunition around it.
Well then.
Good. I say we go in, try to get into the little maintenance area, and maybe see if we can get inside of a tank and like fabricate an accidental discharge of a tank cannon into the ammo depot.
I don't think I'm gonna fit that well into a tank.
Better question.
So what do you want? What do you
guys
want
know
me
how
to do, boss?
What was that?
I said, better question. Does Ted know how to drive a tank?
No, but I think I can figure out just like shooting the damn thing.
Fair enough.
That's my vote, boys.
Once again, I don't think I would fit into a tank, but I will follow Ted.
I'm looking at her.
Well.
Hey. We're gonna go towards the maintenance area and try to sneak in under the wire.
It's right now or in the night?
I would prefer evening. I would prefer nighttime.
Okay, I was gonna say, because you were mentioning that you were gonna try to, blend in. I'm like, careful.
Like, we're gonna blend in. We're gonna try to look like we work there.
Are there any other lobsters on this work site?
No, there are not.
That's gonna be a bit of an issue, Ted.
Yeah, there appear to be no lobsters or elves in this area.
Or elves, I would assume.
That's what I just said, elves.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear elves. I said lobsters. My bad.
There are no lobsters or elves. There's maybe 2 or 3 dwarves, but it seems mostly made up of goblins, orcs, humans, and what was the other? Skeletals.
Skeletals.
That's okay, guys. We'll figure out a way.
I mean, you could sneak in and then try to open up a way for us.
Oh.
Or you could sneak in, we can attack, make a distraction, then you do sneaky stuff because you're sneaky. I don't know.
I'm sort of sneaky. sneaky, sneaky.
You're more
Uh,
sneaky than either of us would be.
Sneaky breaky.
I can always try to bluff my way through.
Or you could.
Just get a piece of paper or a pencil and say you're here to do inventory. That'll work.
I am
I
a
still
doctor.
feel like we could probably just take the front entrance and ask politely.
Wait, that's right, Sid. You are a doctor. Go
I
ask.
mean,
Go say that someone called for a doctor.
we could like, Erda, do you seriously want to just try the front door?
I could just try the front door if you. It's
You know
always.
what, Erden,
It's not like
you
we
go try
couldn't.
the front door. Go try the front door, Erden. Good
All
luck.
right. Erden's gonna try the front door here. We're gonna walk around to the front, and then
Uh,
stroll conspicuously up to the men that are, around like the trucks.
Lycos is gonna make sure that him and Ned are still hiding Ted.
Yeah.
As you approach the the entrance, the guards on duty pick up their guns and start arranging themselves. Halt! Can't let you through here, sir.
Why not?
It's private property.
Oh. So how did you get on here?
I was hired
By.
by Lord Emilio Vasquez III.
Oh. Could I speak with him?
And he just kind of looks to his buddy, and the other guy just shrugs, like, I don't know, don't look at me. I'll have to go to him. Do you have a name, sir?
Yep. Erden Aryer.
All right, I will take it to him. And he kind of gives one last look at his buddy, and then jogs off. The other guy.
I should mention that Chimerian is also by my side during this. We're not.
Oh, then they are doubly concerned. As he runs off to go find Emilio Vasquez III. The third is very important.
It is.
Are you gonna bother this other guy while you're here, or are you just gonna?
No, we're just going to just stand awkwardly. If he breaches the topic of the dog, we can talk about the dog. Otherwise, we're not here for this one.
He is very intrigued by it, but he doesn't want anything to do with it. Understandably, the strange metal construct concerns him. As it probably should. Eventually, the other soldier comes back, and he says something to his friend, who shrugs and takes the seat that he was using. Lord Emilio will see you now, sir.
Excellent.
Ted's gonna look down right next to Karen Marcos and go, I can't believe the son of a bitch did it.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Well, we still have to see what happens, but yeah, son of a bitch.
You are led through the camp at a very hurried pace. You see, it's probably about 300, 400 guys here, all working together. There's a lot of chit chat, a lot of grinding and whirring. Eventually, you are led to the grand pavilion, where Captain Vasquez sits, a goblet of wine in front of him, various maps and reports. And when he sees you, his glowering expression turns just hateful. You're the one from that tavern. And he stands up. What are you doing here? And why shouldn't I just kill you now?
We think tavern. Okay. Give me a moment to think. I've been to many taverns. Tavern.
You can see a vein pulsing above his eye.
That was the one where I was working on that set of goggles. I remember now. Why exactly are you angry?
He takes a moment to think. You were with that skeletal, that whatever his name was, and the lobster.
Technically,
You
yes.
were banging that hammer on something.
It's smithing.
I don't care what it was. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, we've received an offer of employment from the other man that was with you, and he suggested that you might be able to furnish us with vehicular assistance to get to a prisoner of war camp.
Give you assistance. And at this point, he actually
Ye-
sits down and leans back in his chair. He steeples
Hey,
his fingers.
Ted, 2 gold that he fucks this up somehow.
You
Like,
can't
we're
make
not
that bet
there.
now.
We don't know what's going on.
You can't
No,
make
no,
that.
I don't. No, I'm
He
just saying
doesn't-
that. No, I'm saying that as an aside. Like, I'm not going off of what he's talking about. I'm just saying he fucks up what he was doing.
I'll take the
What
bet.
else? Yeah, what else are we doing? We're just sitting here and we saw him get escorted into the camp. So
You want me to supply you
Yes.
with a vehicle to go
So
save some prisoners.
that is the job.
And how does this benefit me?
Let me think. By the way, he's like drumming on Chimerian with his fingers as he's going through his thoughts, just like, yeah. It furthers your side in.
It furthers what you kind of cut out.
Oh, it furthers your side in war.
He spreads his arm. You know, okay, for those of you who watch 300, you know how when Xerxes spreads his arms, he goes, "I am a generous god." That's kind of
yes,
that's the image you should be having in your head with this man.
and suddenly the spirit of Umraz comes through and hits him in the face.
I failed. I am a marauder, a mercenary. My side is the side of gold.
Which would imply the side which is paying you.
You assume only Bravos and Kathos are hiring mercenaries. You don't think Nalum or Lenore or the Titilian Empire are hiring mercenaries?
I would assume they are as well.
But let's say I did decide to help you, and I did decide to offer you something. What would you offer me in return?
Hmm. He drums on Chimerian a bit more. But there are a few things I could offer you. Could offer you work. I could offer you.
You offer
Could,
me work.
of course.
Adorable.
I could offer you the service of Chimerian. He gestures over to a one-winged Cthulhu dog.
He looks very not intimidated nor intrigued. He has a very good poker face.
Oh, and or uh, we could potentially see about offering you something in exchange.
And what would that be?
Our exfiltration method.
He cocks an eyebrow. Exfiltration method.
Do you know what the prisoners of war we're about to save are doing at the moment?
No, not really.
They are presently being utilized as slave labor in order to break down airships.
He gives you a what of it gesture.
Our exfiltration method will be one of those airships.
Suddenly, the light in his eyes becomes much, much more friendly. Oh. Oh, yes, I do understand where you're going with this now.
Yes. In fact, if you'd allow me to demonstrate why I believe this is such an effective method. So, Gimp, how high off of the ground is the balloon?
The, no, the airship?
Yeah, the airship's balloon. Yeah.
It's about 50 feet up. From
Hmm.
the center of the balloon is about 50 feet up.
Okay, so we're not on the ground. All right. In that case, we'll just take a length of rope, cut it, and then use mending to repair the rope.
Yes, I have seen the mending spell. It is quite useful.
Uh, Chimerian can engage a significantly more potent variation of this, um, which should be able to rapidly restore practically any airship in the entire yard.
It has been tried before, but the scale it requires would demand you have at least 100 mages working on it.
Traditional methods, yes, I would have to agree with you. But I'm not from around here, and I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Now, of course, my associates, I'm not sure compatriots is the right word. My associates would like to keep or at least own such a vessel. Um, so perhaps in addition to the truck, there may be some alternative or additional compensation. I must say that the lobster eats quite a bit, so our costs are significantly higher than regular.
I don't believe I understand. You want me to compensate you for me gifting you a vehicle to get you to this airship. I'm failing to understand where I benefit from that. After all, your companions do owe me for the injustice they gave to me.
Oh, how much would they owe you?
More than you could pay in gold.
Well, all right, so like out of character talk here. What do you guys think about the concept of trading an airship for a truck?
I think it's a little one-sided.
I'm not liking it just for the fact that, the goblins kind of wanted us to fuck with him. And this ain't exactly fucking with him.
Okay, yeah, but we don't actually need the goblins to do anything in this case.
Kid Lyco throws a special bond to goblins because of how they treated him.
He got a shotgun.
I got
That
a
is
shotgun for no
It gave-
cost because they heard my sob story and had their own sob story.
Hey, I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like that's why Kid Lyco is, has the connection with them. Usually Kid Lyco's
Okay,
be like,
so
fuck it.
are we
But plus,
thinking?
like I just want to
Because
fuck with some cars.
here's what I'm thinking: is we could promise this guy an airship and then just not deliver.
yeah, but what
Yes,
about
but he
the,
knows who we are because you walked in and said, hey, this is exactly who I am.
Okay,
And this is who I'm working for, and this is what I'm doing.
and
Oh,
The issue?
dear.
We're going to have an airship. I don't think you guys are seeing the whole picture here.
One airship versus an airship, some trucks, some tanks. Yeah.
No. One airship versus a bunch of people who are going to be very far away. And so see what I'm thinking we can do here is use our airship to capture another airship
Man, this is
and
gonna
then
be really
eventually get around to giving one of our excess airships to this guy.
this is getting absurdly complicated. But here's a question between everybody here: are we ever gonna come back to this region of the world?
Yeah, you
Do
guys,
we-
you guys could legitimately just fuck off.
I mean,
Exactly.
Wait. Question: where are we bringing the prisoners after we free them?
Basically,
Or
all the captain said was he just wanted you to fuck with him. Just stop the repairs at the breaker yard, and then you
But-
could pretty much do whatever you wanted.
I did realize we do have to come back. How the fuck else are we gonna get paid?
yeah.
No. Remember,
Because we'll have a ship.
No. Here's the thing. He didn't say he was going to pay you for this job. He just happened to nudge you in the direction of this. This is
Okay.
completely optional. You could have said no, we don't want to do that, and then done something else.
Ah, I see. All right then. In that case, sure.
All
Fuck
right.
it. Why not?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
kind
we're
of feel bad because I was looking forward to fucking with his shit, but okay.
we're gonna play
Something like that.
Scorched Bridges, Burned Earth here.
We're gonna play
Scorched bridges.
scoundrels. Lots of scoundrels.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Which
All
is
right.
it's funny considering that I was talking me and deal with DME and I was like, well, look, he wanted to blow shit up, and I'm like, well, unfortunately, apparently we're a group of negotiators. And
Yeah.
then we're just like, we're Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, we're not.
Ah, yes, the negotiator.
Kid Lycos in Erden.
All right. Fine then. Won't ask for any further compensation than the truck. As much as it pains me.
Yes. Now about this airship. Do you know what type they have there? Do you know what is going on, or is this simply
From what I heard, it's military hulks.
excellent? And you can see him practically salivating. I shall send a company with you to assist.
All right.
And I'm sure all of them will return in one piece.
Is he saying that?
No, that's Gimp saying that.
Oh yeah. There we
Because
go.
I totally don't expect you guys just to drop a bunch of grenades into the back of the truck once you're done with them and then kill them all. No.
Hey, Kid Lycos has some honor. He'd fight them all.
Oh, I'm
Look,
sorry.
boy,
Kid Lycos
y'all
is-
all need to take your tetanus shots. They'll line up.
Oh no. No. You were told to do no harm.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah. Okay. We'll figure something out to take care of these guys.
So, see,
So Erden will.
It
Erden
depends
will,
if he sends any of the rare dwarves with him.
Oh god.
Your move,
I'll be
Gimps.
right back.
Yeah, let's
Alright,
be scoundrels this go around. Absolute total scoundrels.
yeah, I mean, you guys literally could just take the airship and go to the guild, or again, I forgot to update the map, but a lot of these have changed. But
Or
You can
wait,
go to the other continent.
like the captain is part of some country, right?
Bravos
Bravos. And where are we right now? Sorry.
here, roughly.
We just go to Bravos and say, "Hey, we beat these prisoners from you for you."
Cheers. Give us money.
Talk to Captain What's His Face at Anchor Point.
Exactly. We could literally just
Okay, fuck it, I'm down. Let's go. And hey, this is the This also fulfills the thing with the goblins, because yes, we're not defacing his property, but we're making him look like an ass because we traded a truck for nothing. We got a truck for free and killed a bunch of his dudes.
There
Yeah,
we go.
you traded a truck for an airship. That's generally an improvement.
We're upscaling.
And here we go.
The gods
So
bless you.
we're sitting up there in the hills going, is he dead? Do we need to go blow stuff up? Let's just wait and see what happens. If he doesn't come out, we'll blow things up.
Eventually you hash out a deal where he's going to send about 50 guys with you on some trucks to assist in this endeavor. He makes it very clear that this is more or less him giving you a chance to continue servicing him for future endeavors. And
Wow.
yeah,
What an honor.
guys, look, I want this guy to be as unlikable as possible, and I think I've done a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Without going into total, like, legitimate bastard territory.
Mm-hmm.
So, whenever you're ready, simply send word, and I will prepare everything for you. Now, please, shoo.
We can depart immediately if you'd like.
Oh, that quick. Takes a deep sigh. Very well. Snaps his fingers, and a couple of humans will step up. Gather some men, and you can prepare them to move out. Hopefully we'll have something better than this old trading vessel. Perfectly fitted for a true war. He kind of starts staring off into the distance, longingly.
Little does he know.
Oh yes, little does he know indeed. So you guys watch as several dozen men and women are being rounded up and put onto other trucks, and Erden steps out unmolested.
What in the hell?
Jesus Christ.
Did he come with an army?
Does it come to us or?
Oh yeah, he's walking over to you guys at this point.
What the
Just kinda-
fuck did you do?
I made a bargain.
Well, shit.
concerning.
I'm going to hand McCoy Ted 2 silver. Shit.
2 silvers. He's cheating you,
Or
Ted.
2 gold. Yeah, sorry, 2 gold. Sorry.
I was gonna say.
Dude, it's been a fucking week, man.
Hey, join the club.
Never bet against genius. We are going to need to dispose of 50 corpses, however.
He immediately just says that. No lead up, no other information. Just by the way, we're going to get rid of 50 corpses.
Are any of them dwarf?
Potentially.
If they're dwarf, I'm gonna have to make a stop.
I'll point at the trucks. I'm guessing those guys are coming with us.
Only temporarily. I'm afraid they won't be joining us on the return trip. I'm also afraid we may not be making a return trip, but at the same time, we will be making away with an airship.
Beautiful.
Sounds okay then. Let's go. Depending on how long the trip is, I'll start doing my medical things. I'll look at all of them and be like, "Oh God, you're dying of dysentery."
Okay.
I haven't
So
shot all day.
when we go over to pick up beef, I'm also going to let the Gith know that we're probably going to be procuring an airship and that he should probably join us if he wants in on this venture.
Not right now, he says. It's quite fascinating seeing how everything's evolved.
We may not be coming back around this way.
Oh, that's fine. It was wonderful meeting with all of you. Just goes back to writing in a journal.
Okay.
Well, it's unfortunate that you won't be helping us to dispose of some of the chaff personnel, but at the same time, it was a misery meeting you, sir. And with
Wait,
that, Erden will leave.
He gives you a
Wait.
soft chuckle as you say that.
who are we talking to? Sorry.
The
The
Githyanki.
GIF.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Before we leave, can we go see the captain who gave us the mission?
He is
Basic.
he is up in the same bar that you met him at, and he is currently dealing with what appear to be other marauders and mercenaries.
Sup, Captain. So, we have acquired means to go on with our with our mission. However, we do not plan on making a return. Is there possibly any way you could maybe give us a letter of recommendation or something so that we may not be unintentionally disposed of by members of your country?
Yeah. He takes out
Or should
a piece of, or he goes into his messenger bag and pulls out a fairly large sheet of paper, and looking at it, it reads, "Contract of privateering and mercenary work for the Kingdom of Kathos." Here, or not Kathos, Bramos. He signs it with his name here, and he slides it over to you. Sign your mark, name, whatever you want to call it, and give that. I'll send word ahead that you're coming, and someone will be there to collect this and make it official.
Sweet. We will do our best to make it. And if not, it's nice knowing you.
Tips his drink.
Gotta, put it away. All right, boys.
Was the barkeep's son was Bramos, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking over that. Good. That means we get to consolidate trips.
Perfect.
Just gonna gather up my few personal effects from my little room and get ready to bound off into this unknown adventure.
Do you want to go talk to the Goblin Chiefs and
Oh hell
Tell
no,
them.
we're getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
We're getting the hell out of here, man.
Oh, no. I would talk to the Goblin Chief.
All right.
Yo, what up, Chief?
You head down to the lower levels where the goblins live. It seems like they've found a lot more guns because the pile of guns has gotten ever so bigger.
So, boss man, slight hiccup in our plan, but I think you'll enjoy what's gonna happen.
What do you mean hiccup?
We, for certain reasons, we are unable to um do as you asked exactly of us. However, we have found a roundabout way. Long story short, Dum Dum thinks that he's lending us a truck and he'll end up with an airship. Long story short, he won't be getting an airship or his truck back.
And he just
Or,
begins cackling.
or his men more than likely.
Ooh, this will be perfect. Way better than just painting everything some weird colors. Yeah. You should do that. Hey, you want my boys to go with you?
Erden, do you want some actual help?
Do we think that they'd be able
Hold-
to
hold-
at
hold-
least
Hex, what's your passive perception?
it is 13.
All right.
I have two questions for the
Wow.
Goblin King.
Never mind. No.
What are you
He-
trying to pull, Gimps?
He was. I was trying to pull the goblin appear. The goblin commando leader appears from behind you, or appears in front of you without you having even noticed him. Unfortunately,
gotcha.
one of his newer recruits fell from one of the ceilings and is now currently moaning as he clutches his slightly broken nose.
Oh,
I'm gonna laugh
Is
at
he-
him because
does he look like he's badly injured?
Not at all. He's just
Okay.
he's just got like a slightly broken nose.
I don't know enough about medicine to set that.
Ahem. Apparently, I don't know about their anatomy in it well enough.
It's a broken nose. It's pretty easy to set, which you do.
I'm like, I'm just gonna be like, hold some bandages underneath it, tilt your head back, you'll be fine in a few days.
I thought you were supposed to do that if you got a broken nose.
I rolled a 9. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Well,
Why we-
specific.
What?
Oh, go on, Hex.
You rolled a 3 or a 2. Is it +7?
So yes, put. No, go ahead.
We're happy to accept your people on there's two things that would have to be dealt with. Are they good at hiding bodies or getting rid of bodies?
You see any bodies down here?
Touche. Two, they do not have to come with us, but for us this is a one-way trip. We are not going back here.
Oh. Well, the commando leader with the eye patch shakes his head. I won't leave this place. I have family. This is my home. The rest of the more than a few other goblins are like, oh yeah, I want to get the hell out of here. Take me away from here.
Like I said, I'm happy to have you guys, and you're happy to come with us. I was like, don't be expecting us to give you a ride home. We are not coming back here. You can hitchhike your way back or whatever, but we're not coming back. We're fucking out of here.
Alternatively, if you'd like to serve on an airship, this would be the optimal opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That too.
Okay. Sorry, I was just going through the book real quick.
No worries.
They start going through. The commando leader starts going through, and they start asking each other what they want to do. And eventually, you get about 15 goblins armed with subguns and knives and bayonets, who seem fairly eager to leave the confines of Anchor Point and see the rest of the world.
Erden, may I ask you a favor that would benefit all of us?
You may.
Can you check all at least all the guns and make sure they're not at least gonna explode back on us and kill us?
But of course.
Jamming is fine. Just make sure they're not gonna, be like, oh, talk, and all of a sudden have fucking something explode and we have to dodge
Jamming's-
shrapnel in there.
Jamming's fine.
Jam is
I'm not-
fine.
Yeah, I'm not expecting, a perfect working gun. I just want a gun that's not gonna kill us.
Gun that kills us is not fine.
Yet.
And now you see why it's gonna benefit all of us of you doing this, good friend. Or a good
Yep.
acquaintance. Or whatever.
Remember, it's
Sweet.
an acquaintance.
I wasn't aware of the conversation. I was playing a war with Ted. If you wanted to play, he never answered me.
Oh yeah, I figured we were playing cards up there to see if he was gonna die or not.
All right. I think that's everything I could think of to do before
Yep.
we leave.
All right. So you now have someone mark on their sheet that they now have 15 goblin commandos.
Who wants to be in charge of the goblins?
They'll select one of their own if none of you want to be directly in charge.
I'm a medical doctor. I have
I guess
no
I'll
leader.
put them on their sheet.
Wait, they're commandos. Are they like militia commandos?
I'm gonna
Uh,
use them as a resource.
Long story short, what is the odds of them knowing like soldiers' tongue?
you mean military can't?
Yeah, do they know military can't?
They know a few things.
Okay, never mind then. Because I was gonna say it's one of the things I naturally know. I know military can't
Do
and
you mean
fucking.
do you mean sign language?
I know
He
that, and
may.
I also know military can't something because I'm like rifleman,
Oh, very well.
which is riflemen know. I think if I remember correctly, it's like riflemen know sign language and military can't.
Give
Like
me
as a bonus, and that's how I know those two.
Give me 2 seconds. I shall. Yeah, infantryman. Here we go. Yeah, jargon.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
what I can know that.
you know the acronyms and all that. All right.
Sweet.
With your commandos now with their much nicer looking submachine guns and their sharpened knives, you make your way back out of town to Vasquez's little transport unit for you. As
I'm gonna wait outside, and y'all guys can come pick me up. I don't think this man wants to see me.
Wait, who doesn't want to see you?
the marauder captain that
Uh.
Ted, pulled the pants down of, or no,
He
pulled the
can't-
belt off
Oh,
of.
He can't prove it.
well, wait, no, me and Ted aren't. Me and Ted are gonna stay out because he's also mad at me because I.
Erden was the only one he didn't have any hostile relations with, but
Yeah, because Erden was
It's because
just, Erden was
screw
just
it
being an
off.
annoying piece of shit.
now, don't be so hostile.
There's a method to my madness.
It's a horrifying method, and I'm not sure about it, but there's a method to it somewhere, somehow. Anyway, back to the story. The trucks are waiting for you when you arrive. Ted, you and Lycos wisely stay away as Erden signs the deal, metaphorically speaking. The men you are given look like pretty hardened fighters. Look like they've been a part of at least some serious armed conflicts or another. You have a map, you have drivers, and you have everything ready. You mount up. Bones Malone, on the other hand, is quietly contemplating. It seems the toll of war has taken it on him. He is silent. Beef must have fallen asleep again. God, college must be killing him.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know. Not that over yet. You mount up in the trucks and begin the arduous, long journey.
During this arduous long journey, I will check on everybody's health and welfare because that's what I'm supposed to do as a doctor.
Okay. Are you also going to be slipping cyanide into their food?
No, not yet. That comes later.
Yeah. Do you actually want to purchase cyanide for any other various poison?
No. I am a doctor. I can't do that. I have to look out for the health. Now I will do more health and welfare of our goblin cohorts than the other guys, though.
Okay.
Make sure everyone's gun is in working condition.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these guys have fairly decent condition rifles.
Do they have bayonets?
Yeah, they got bayonets.
Like, you're gonna make sure they know how to, properly attach, and if it gets
Are you guys
stuck,
just
that's where they
patronizing
get
them?
it out.
No.
No, oh no, I'm teaching the goblins, not the.
Oh, the goblins. I think
Yeah.
no, their subguns can't fit bayonets.
Oh, okay.
So they
never
just
mind.
have various bladed instruments that they can use to thrust, slash, and otherwise drive into somebody's head.
So, Lord Gimps, did they bring any dwarfs?
They did not, unfortunately.
Damn it.
It seems that most of the dwarves that were a part of the little army of his were more administrators. However, if you really hands out lots of toothbrushes, yes. If you really want a dwarven,
Face. Good. Sorry.
if you really want a dwarven nation, the nation of Hen, which is here, is a dwarven nation. So if you want to go on a
I
massacre,
don't want to be in a nation of people who are going to hate me for my culinary choices,
hey,
gimps.
just take look. All right, you go on the border, you take one when they're not looking, and devour him, and leave his bones in the river somewhere.
You treat me like I'm a monster, dude. I have to properly cook the meat, properly skin it. It takes time to make Farpid Dwarf. God.
Does.
What'd you say,
But,
Agnes?
It does.
Oh, okay, it does. He's a guzz. I'm like, the fuck's guzz mean? Is that a weird phrase that I've never heard before? You're not one for using such words. Alas, we shall continue. Well, actually, first, the GM is going to roll.
No, I'll be handing out lots of toothbrushes and like toothpaste. No idea where I got them, but I'm just like, good God, guys, dental hygiene.
Oh yeah, these guys' teeth are terrible.
I'm going to teach dental hygiene because this is important.
Proper dental hygiene. Jesus Christ. Alright. As the trucks make their way along the road, you spent... It's gonna take about... it should take about 4 days to get there. I need to zoom in. Zoom and enhance. Zoom and enhance! Yeah, so... Anchor point is here. Oh, it's snapping. I don't want it to snap. No snap.
How many trucks are there?
There are about 6 trucks.
do the goblins know how to drive the trucks?
The goblin are too small to drive the truck.
Shit. Okay.
It'll take about a day and a half to reach the breaker yard. So,
Fortunately, I can't glyph of warding a car bomb into existence.
all right, IRA, let's calm it down a little bit. Oh God. All right. As the trucks rumble and roll across the road, Ted, you're taking your watch one day, up on the shotgun seat with your rifle in hand, and you see smoke on the horizon.
That's never good.
As you begin getting closer and closer, the road bisects into a fork. The left side leads to the breaker yard. The right side leads to where the smoke is going.
That smoke's not my problem. We're supposed to go towards the breaker yard.
All right, very well.
Smoke's not your problem yet.
The other mercenaries and various guns for hire seem to agree with you and decide that they're just not going to bother with it. So they turn left and continue down the road.
Not our job.
Not my problem.
And
Not my problem.
And you could never know what might be. It could be gold, glory, honor.
Gold doesn't smoke.
I'm sorry, Games. This is a non-smoking Christian Minecraft server. I have to ask you to leave.
That sounds like a problem that'll sort itself out without our intervention.
It'll sort itself out. God Almighty. All right. Very well. You continue on with your trek. Roll again. Okay. This is interesting. About halfway through the rest of your journey, you come across the scene of a massive battle. It seems like a unit of Confederation troops was caught in some kind of ambush and massacred here. As the truck rolls to a stop, ahead of you are burning trucks and one burned out tank with one of the crew members currently like half crawled out with his head hanging out.
Well, time to loot the bodies.
Goblins, see if there's anything you can scavenge.
Oh, they are already on They've actually taken out one of them is actually taking out like a skinning knife and is cutting up the bodies.
That's whatchamacallit, other guys, dudes. Your numerous will help set a perimeter.
The
Um,
The tanks and stuff like fresh enough for me as a trained soldier, quote unquote, to be worried. It's like, hey, still a chance someone's around here.
check for survivors, I guess.
The real question is, do the bodies have guns?
No,
In that case, we're fine.
the skeletal takes offense of that.
Yeah.
No, it looks like some bodies were dragged off, and any weapons were looted already, alongside any ammunition or other weapons of war. However, at the behind one of the trucks, one of the undamaged trucks, is a locked wooden crate. It's got a massive padlock and very, very heavy chains on it.
Ooh,
Can I attempt to break it with my claw hands?
I was so hoping you'd say that.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I kid you not. I will peek behind the curtain. When Erden was talking to the dude, I literally DM'd him and I'm like, I want to attempt to cut the fence with my claws. Let me cut the fence.
I would have
Like
allowed it. I would have allowed it. All right,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a strength roll.
Just straight strength.
Yep, just strength. Just
Come on,
regular strength.
dice, don't fail me now. There we go.
Hey, that's a good one.
gonna cry.
You get your bigger claw into the loop of the chain, and you start crushing it. It doesn't snap, but it's definitely weakened enough. You reset your claw and you snap it in half, and take the chain off.
Good job.
Open up the box.
Erden, by
What's
the
in
way,
the
is like
box?
halfway through getting his thieves' tools set up, and he's like, "Oh,
Erden,
just
starts packing up."
Erden, I'm sorry, but trust me, we'll have need of those when we need to be stealthy. Right now, force is a
no, just mend
trust-
just mend the chain and then use the thieves.
Oh no! Wait. Is the lock still wrapped around some chain, or is the lock still locked?
Yeah, the lock's
There's
still
like the
locked.
chain.
You just literally just snap one of the links off. So
I'm gonna look up, see what the toys be like. You could still try to unlock the lock.
I like my idea better.
Erden is going to attempt to unlock the lock.
All right, give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh God, sleight of hand. Okay. And we technically have proficiency because we have the tools.
It is a very tough lock. You start getting through it, and then one of your pins snaps. You can get it. You can dig it out. It's just,
We're gonna,
do another
we're
roll.
gonna use hammer tap method.
What's that when you take a warhammer and just smash the lock?
No, you tap the lock with a hammer, which jostles the pins.
Huh. There we go.
Makes it easier to break.
A quick tap, and you get you figure out that it was one of the rolls, or one of the pins was sticking for some reason. So you give it a quick tap with a rifle stock, and then kicks open. Take off the lock, and the chain is now there. Congratulations, Hex. You have done something. Okay, inside this crate, inside the box, is a severed human head. No, I'm kidding. It's not that.
What's in the box? What's in the... All of a sudden, someone just runs out from behind a truck. Detectives!
Inside the box are what appear to be various folders and files. Looking through it, it appears to be military weapon plans, military documents, invasion plans, etc., etc. And at the bottom
Bones,
of
smart boy. I don't know how to read.
Don't know how to read. Okay, I'll start reading through that stuff.
And at the bottom of the box is a very interesting thing. It is a very ornately carved pistol. a pair of them to be exact. They are auto pistols. They have pearl-handled grips, polished nickeled steel, and engravings on both sides. There are also 5 magazines for these guns. Very big magazines.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm just making up references now. Are these other cards guns?
Possibly. They weren't, but they are now. They weren't,
What
but
you talking about? These are my guns now. What are you talking about?
Wait, no, Bones, don't touch them. They're holy. They'll burn you.
I am going to touch one. I
you touch it and it is fine. Erden, you can feel the power radiating off of these pistols.
I'm going to pick one up and ritually cast Identify on it.
These are pistols of the. They're called the Pistols of the Blessed. I will actually rename them to whatever the Alucard's guns are, because now that you've said the reference, I have to do it.
I know what you said. You said just very giant, ornate pistols.
I wasn't going there, but you know what? You decided.
I know, but you know what I'm talking.
Okay, they're the Helsing Arms Casuals. These pistols are massive in your hands. You can what's your strength there, Ted?
I have a strength of 14.
All right, I'll say that's enough. Actually, wait, what's
Hold
the big iron? Okay.
Is it a big iron on his hip?
They do 2d10 piercing damage, and they have special blessings on them that basically turn undead and damage all evil all evil monsters.
Oh, if it turns undead, I'm immediately handing it to Erden and be like, I can't wield that. I find that offensive.
Yeah, it doesn't burn you, but it does feel wrong in your hands.
Yeah,
something
that just
is-
feels wrong.
If you had skin, you would be crawling.
Yeah, no.
Positively, literally.
I'd probably pawn this off for
God.
something.
Ah, come on.
I have a strength of 8.
Yeah, but you got another member of your
Can
party
a
who could probably use
lobster
them.
hold them?
That actually brings up an interesting question. Can lobsters? I mean, you can use a shotgun, so I mean.
Should I dual wield the shotgun and a pistol? Just be like, what's up?
Let's we'll keep
Switch to
that.
your alternate weapon. It's quicker than reloading.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll throw one in my backpack. But if I ever have to use it,
No,
I'll have
no,
this like scowl on my face.
no,
You can wear gloves,
the
right?
lob.
It's like you can wear gloves, right? As the skill.
Yeah.
It's not the
Fine.
point.
No, if the Lobstros can handle them, the Lobstros would take them because I have a 2-shot shotgun. This would be perfect. Just fire my 2 shots and be like, okay, what's up, bitches?
Sigh. All right.
Pull them out, turn them some of bitches sideways.
God Almighty. Yeah. So, did you get the information I told you? 2d10 piercing.
1 second. Yeah.
Good.
Is it? Is there a modifier stat?
+2.
+2. Okay.
And that's about it. The files are pretty much boring. They're mostly logistics, but there is something that references a wonder weapon. There is no name for it, but it's stated to be a massive walking war machine with several cannons and more than a few heavy machine guns and several mortars or rockets. It's never really made quite clear.
This is total horseshit. Nobody could build something that big.
These are probably just fake documents that were designed to work as padding for this gun.
When did the first time it's happened?
Question, Gimps.
Like,
The pistols, do they have mags in them, or is it just 5
yeah,
mags in general?
there's mags in them. You get 10 shots.
Okay.
10 shots magazine. Plus, there's some in a bandolier that with the holster they came with.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Assuming that is it, you will all mount up this disturbing scene. You end up having to move a couple of the trucks, but there's enough room that you can get around the tank with no issue, and continue on your way. Soon you make your way out of the mountain pass, deeper into Confederation territory. You leave behind the cold stone, the cold snow and high mountains, into more verdant hills and fields. Soon you can see smoke and debris rising into the air. Several large airships cruise overhead, not noticing you due to their sheer bulk. And in the far off distance, you can see the breaker yard, very similar to the one that you all found yourselves at in the Freelands, though this one is much more active. Now, there you can see thousands and thousands of workers running around, cutting, grinding, welding, and generally just taking apart these scrapped tanks, airships, walkers. If you name it, it's there. You are currently standing on top of a hillside, looking down at it.
Is there an actual airship around the place?
There's a couple of them. Most of them appear to be cargo haulers, but there are 2 or 3 fairly small-sized corvettes and cutters that are patrolling the air around.
You see, like, what are the guard components on the ground?
What's the guard component on the ground? It looks like there are squads of patrolling soldiers. They're in squads of 5 to 6 men, and they patrol a common routine every 2 or 3 hours or so, and every
Okay.
6 or in about 4 or 5 hours of you watching them, one of the airships does land and do something at the airstrip, and then take off again.
All right. Do we have any sharpshooters, or are we just all basic
We have
plebs?
50 men. We can just lay an ambush for one of the guard patrols.
Yeah. I found out saying helps to have sharpshooters, though. You know, Overwatch and shit like that.
We don't want Overwatch.
And why not? Hex. Why not?
I'm not telling that to them.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Do we have any sharpshooters, Gimps? Or sniper rifle type things? Or
No.
are we all just...
They're all just riflemen. None of them have any real
Okay.
kind of marksman experience. They can lay down
Alright.
a healthy amount of fire.
Oh, yeah. I assumed that. I was just like, all right. Who's taking command?
I don't know.
Or
I'm just the GM here who
Yeah,
wants to actually
Yeah.
take command.
Okay, so
I'm fine with whatever.
what are you guys thinking we do here? Do you want to...
I'm down with your idea of ambushing 1 or 2 patrols.
Yeah, so I'm thinking we use the 50 dudes to lay an ambush, and then my ability to turn people invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I can turn 2 of us invisible. And then while there's chaos going around, we could try and get one of the airships operational with the workers from the breaker yard. And if
Gotcha.
everything goes off properly, the hired help will either be significantly decreased or on the ground.
True.
Fair enough.
But then we need to get Bones and our accepted help out of there.
Hmm.
But you can't exactly. I know what you're thinking, but we have willing helpers. You can't leave them behind.
No. I'm definitely thinking to taking those guys.
Yeah, take the goblins too. And plus, worst comes to worst, they can help us dismantle shit in the future, make us some
Mhm.
scrap money.
I'm thinking they'd probably be good crewmen.
Yeah. All right. So who's gonna go and visit? Bones. Do you know how to? Do you know how to run a battlefield to a small extent at least?
That's a
Can I
good
at
idea.
least can you make sure that men fire there and at point A, fire at point B, and move and keep cover and stuff like that?
I'm a smart man. I'm a doctor. I think I can do it.
Perfect. I think it'd be best if we leave him with the men, and he can lead them and then help tend to them if they get hit or anything, stuff like that. Meanwhile, Erden, me and you and did you say 2 people in general or 2 people plus you?
2 people in general, I believe.
Okay, then me and you can
Yeah.
sneak aboard a ship.
We
That sound
have
like a good plan?
invisibility for an entire hour when I cast this, so
Oh, nice, perfect. We can go to a ship, throw people. Wait, are we taking a wrecked ship, or are we gonna try to take the ship when it lands?
hmm. Uh,
Because if we take a ship when it lands, then we don't have to worry about us getting a ship working with the workers, and then the other ships
yeah,
will
but
think
we're gonna
we're
have to
buddies.
then worry about taking out enough of their crewmen to make the ship ours. So I think either way, it's gonna be about as time consuming.
Just
How broken down do the ships look, Gimp?
What? I didn't hear you. What?
How broken down do the ships look? Like, would it be faster to systemically eliminate an entire crew of one of the visiting military vessels?
It would probably be faster and easier to get a hold of one of the airships, one of the military ones that's already in the air. But
We'll do
there
that
are a
then.
couple on the ground that look like they haven't been touched yet. It looks like they have a queue where it's like one ship comes in, they start taking it apart, and they don't stop taking it apart until it's completely stripped down. So there's a couple. There are a
Sorry.
couple of ships there that you could probably take and get off the ground, but you're going to need to assemble a crew for it.
So, Arden, hear me out. We take over a military ship when it lands. We don't need to systematically take out the crew. We just need to get to the bridge. And then, hear me out, we crash it into one of the other ships and then rope trick out of there.
Sure.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
And that leaves us one very confused ship to deal with.
I don't think I can rope trick out of there, but I can get close to that.
Something like that. We could safely somehow get away. That cripples 2 ships and 2 crews.
Hey guys, I hate to do this to you. I'm probably got to call it for the night.
Okay, man.
You're good, man.
It's almost 12 anyway, so.
It is daylight.
I have like
Yeah.
Daylight time.
out, so yeah.
It's good.
It is, isn't
I've
it?
technically been up since like 3 in the morning. So, y'all have a good one, guys.
You
Yeah.
two do.
We'll finish up here and then go do something else.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is we go in with invisibility. Invisibility only ends if you attack or cast a spell. So I can cast Conjure Barrage and fire a cannon to basically manifest a barrage firing at the opponent's ship. And then that makes me visible, but you will still be invisible.
I was actually thinking something kind of opposite. I was thinking we invisible ourselves onto the ship, get up to the control room, whatever it's called. My blind's just going blank. Yeah, get to the bridge, and I break cover do my best to cover one. You stay in cover if you can. If not, you break cover. We take out the bridge. Is Gimps, is this like there's like 5 doors into the bridge, or would there be like 1 door?
You would have to get inside and look.
Okay, if there's 1 door, I just cover the door while you crash a ship.
But we want to
Wait,
crash the one though. I mean, I feel like we probably just subdue the bridge. Like us two could try and subdue the bridge on the one ship,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other two could try to subdue the bridge, or just try to like subdue the other ship with the help of the goblins and our reinforcement guys.
Well, that's what I was thinking. They do that to ship 3 while we take ship 1 and crash into ship 2. We take out 2 ships.
Yeah, but here's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
If we pull everything off with the right timing, we might be able to save 2 ships. At which point we can actually return to the town for the low price of 15 goblin corpses instead of 50 of the other guys.
Wow.
You see, I've hedged my bets.
I'm sorry,
you-
Erden. No. We are not going back to that town. We've said our piece. We're not going back.
All right. In that case, yeah, I guess we'll just need the one. But getting off of an airship as we're destroying it is going to be difficult, but not impossible.
Oh, I'm sure the great Erden will be able to do it. The great
I-
Erden. I know you're a gamer, Erden.
You didn't expect that one. I like that one.
I actually do have a plan to get off of a ship that's in trouble. I wasn't
it's called fuck
expecting to
off, all
use
of
it
you.
so quickly.
Well, now
Oh,
we're gonna use it. And plus, and that also answers your question of, but what about the enemy crew? Oh, they're not expecting a fucking ship to crash into another ship.
Let me check. So I'm looking through artificer spells that I would have for the day.
And plus, think of the morale to the guards on the ground. They just saw at least 2 of their ships get fucking wrecked. They have no air support. What the fuck are they gonna do?
Yeah, this morning I could replace identify with featherfall.
Oh, nice. And also, think about the people on the ground.
So we'll just use featherfall to get down.
And think the workers on the ground. They see 2 ships blow up. They hear gunfight at the front door or whatever. I would think if there's any time to try to get out of there, that's the time.
And
plus, adding 2 dead Corvettes to the pile ain't exactly gonna help this place at all because they actually aren't stripped of weapons or anything as far as they know.
this is true. Okay, yeah, so I'll take featherfall.
Never question the gunrunner.
All right.
Target is creatures.
And with that, I think we will end our D&D session for today. I'm sorry for everybody who was expecting a lot of combat. I kind of wanted
We'll eventually get to combat.
I was actually going to have you guys do some shooting, but it was like, I figured the way Hex was going about it, I was like, you know what, I won't. I could have just made them shoot at him, but I was like, I don't do that. That's a dick move.
We are the negotiators, apparently.
Well, for right now. Only when it suits Erden. But no, next session we should have a lot of shooting, a lot of sneaking, a lot of stabbing. Hopefully, a lot of
only when it
explosions.
suits Erden is something that describes Erden very well.
Should get that printed on a T-shirt. And
We'll have T-shirts next week.
Let's get the art first, and then we'll get the T-shirts. I thank everybody who decided to stay, even though I don't think anyone did.
Makes you come.
We had a few people view. Hex, do you want to do anything, or are you tired? Do you want to go? We don't want to go to bed.
I could do some stuff.
What do you want to do?
Let me see here. Close that.
We'll get back to you, Chad, on what we want to
Open
do.
that.
So I'm gonna stop OBS.